the show for you. Tune in to learn from Miss Rainu. Kids have fun, they feel special and tough. Leaders in the making, let's have a ball. Win with words is the show for you. Tune in to learn from Miss Rainu.
On December 19, 2011, the United Nations General Assembly adopted a resolution to declare October 11th as International Day of the Girl Child. This was done to recognize the girls' rights and challenges the girls faced around the world. Today, Win with Words will focus on this cause. I am Saravi and I'm 7 years old. Welcome to Win with Words, a show for kids and by kids, where we give an opportunity to children to develop a free speech, confidence, and public speaking skills. Let's begin the show by listening to perspectives and views on what we refer as a growing problem: girls become endangered species. Did you know that 60 million girls did not get an education, and there's going to be 14 million child brides in 2013? Did you know that 50 million girls got eliminated from the population of India in the last century? Did you know that India is ranked the fourth most dangerous place in the world for women? Unless we can do something, us girls will become an endangered species. This is Shruti reporting live from Win with Words. Michelle Obama is our current First Lady. Hillary Clinton was the 67th Secretary of State from 2009 to 2013, and she could possibly stand to be the next U.S. President in 2016. Indra Nooyi is the CEO of PepsiCo, who was named by Forbes one of the most top 10 powerful women in the world. Then we have philanthropist Mother Teresa. Famous Bollywood actress Aishwarya Rai was the most beautiful woman in the world. Kiran Bedi, the first and highest ranking officer who joined the Indian Police Service. And not to forget Oprah Winfrey, one of the most powerful TV hosts in the world. These are just some women who have impacted our lives in one way or the other. Can you imagine these women not existing?
With words is the show for you. Tune in to learn from.
Hello viewers, I'm Naveli and welcome to Dear Naveli. I'm very proud to introduce you to the winner of Indiva 2013, an attorney and a huge supporter of our show, Win with Words, Miss Gore. Miss Gore, can you tell a little bit about yourself?
Thank you, Naveli. Well, as you very nicely put it, I am the winner of Indiva 2013. I'm also practicing as a patent litigation attorney in the Bay Area at a law firm. So that's pretty much me.
Well, it is a very big honor to have you on the show today.
Thank you.
Despite all the progression in America, there are many countries all around the world where it is considered to have a girl child as a taboo. Mm-hmm. India is very notorious for this. Mm-hmm. Have you ever did you ever feel that you were treated differently as a girl?
That's an excellent question. I think I'm extremely lucky in that I didn't go through that experience at home, because my family actually went out of the way to make sure that I got every opportunity possible. But I have also recognized through my interaction with other girls my age, through growing up, that I was definitely in the minority. I am who I am because my family chose to see me as an equal, like my brother, and never made any distinction. They gave me every opportunity that he got, not just for namesake, but actually did it. But I don't think that's true of our society. I think many a times we, even sometimes unknowingly, teach girls that they are lesser. We give them these societal cues. So I do see that as a problem, even though I personally got extraordinarily lucky and didn't face it.
Okay. Are there any international laws protecting the children?
That's an excellent question. It's so unfortunate. We have so many countries where the girl child is not treated as an equal. We do not have sufficient laws to protect that, or even if they are not sufficiently enforced. Now, the United Nations has many, many treaties, including the Treaty on the International Rights of a Child, which has been ratified with many, many member states. And in that treaty, there is a special segment on the girl child and how children in many parts of the world still get inferior treatment. They are treated by society in a way where they're taught to be without even saying so, just taught to be inferior. Nutritionally, they feed the boys first, feed the girls later. Educationally, they invest in a boy because they think that's a better investment as opposed to girls. Public school enrollment, boys have more enrollment than girls, even though statistically girls perform better academically. So there is a lot of this dynamic which has actually been recognized in a treaty that many member states of the United Nations had signed, but I am not confident saying that the member states have done a good job enforcing it. It's just one of those things that they're like, yeah, these are guidelines, we should do it. No, these are not guidelines. This is how it should be, and if you're not doing it, then you're failing. And I think a lot of the world is failing its girl children.
Well, thank you for your opinion on that. Also, how can we as a society raise awareness of this cause?
I think all awareness begins at home. You cannot expect and just pay lip service to something saying, oh, the government should do it. The government is nothing but a reflection of who we are and what our culture is and what our values are. And if the government has to do it, then we have to start from home. Not just starting with the obvious where people say, oh, I am educating my daughter, I am educating my son, I'm not one of those people. That's not where it ends. It depends on how you train your daughters to grow up to be good wives, to grow up to be good daughter-in-laws. Train your sons to be good husbands. Train them to be good son-in-laws. That's the kind of in-depth introspection that I think we as a society need right now. We've actually needed for a very long time, but it's never too late to begin. It's just not saying that, oh, both my children, a girl and a boy, have equal education. Yes, but the way they view the world is not the same because the girl has always been taught to kind of be the sacrificial lamb, whereas, the boy is generally not. And again, I myself am an exception, so I cannot say this is an all-out rule, but I think self-introspection is where it begins. And then people have to recognize and be aware and be accepting. It's okay if we are like that, it's a work in progress, it's evolution. So it's okay if there are some failings. The more important thing is to be okay with those failings, to recognize those failings, and then work towards them.
Thank you, Ms. Kaur, and thank you for your huge support on this show.
Of course. You guys are doing a great job, by the way, so all the best. You're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you. Listeners, I hope you take this cause into action to protect the women all around the world. As the Sikh religion says, why condemn those who give birth to kings?
Hi, I'm Naina Peskaputi and I'm the producer and director of the documentary film Petals in the Dust, The Endangered Indian Girls. If you want more information about the documentary film, please go to our website www.petalsinthedust.com. I'm also the founder of the Global Walk for India's Missing Girls. I founded the walk in 2010 and we've had the walk every year since then in over 25 cities in 5 countries.
Send out messages against female feticide and genocide. So we are here for a cause, for women empowerment.
I mean, how is India going to survive? How are we going to move forward if there are no daughters and women to give birth to girls? So we need to spread this word. We need to encourage everyone to have daughters, to value them, give them a good education.
Although we call America home now, we still owe a lot to India, and that includes making sure that we try to do our best to improve on some of the things that are going on in India that aren't right. And we have a voice here that now is being heard in India to protect the girls in India and to make sure that some of the traditions, some of the misconceptions, and some of the wrong thinking is corrected. And that really starts with us here and how we treat our daughters here.
With Words is the show for you. Tune in to learn from Miss Rainu.
When girls are allowed to go to school, they have a significant impact on their family and community. It is believed that when you educate a girl, she'll earn up to 25% more and reinvest 90% of her income in her family. This means her children will be most likely going to school and be immunized, leading to healthier and more productive individuals and communities. A girl's education is about more than just the individual. It is about the future of her family and her community. I have a twin sister, Sarabi. I cannot imagine my world without her. We study together, play and fight together, and she is my best friend. My parents treat us equally. I am doing my part to help fix the gender imbalance by respecting my sister. What are you going to do about it? This is Arulder, the proud twin brother of Saravidar, the host of today's show. I am proud to present my artwork for the Save the Girl Child. Traditions and rituals outline the existence of the female child. Amidst uproars of gender equality and law enforcement, female infants are still found dumped in trash or drowned in wells. The term epidemic has a new meaning in India, in a country where selective human breeding is rampant. Figures throw up some of the most startling trends in history. The 2001 census conducted by the government of India showed a sharp decline in the child sex ratio in 80% districts of India. India, in all its glory of being an IT superpower and one of the fastest developing countries, tragically represents the lowest child sex ratio in the world. We hope our show today, through our words and art, stirs the love and passion for all our listeners to support equality of genders. This is Dita reporting live from Win with Words.
Welcome everyone to Win with Words. Today is a very special day for me because today, as we celebrate women empowerment and the importance of educating women, I'm here with my very first student from Genius Kids. When I opened Genius Kids back in 2001, I'm here with Shaista, and I'm just so honored. I can't even tell you. I cannot imagine that I was going to actually see this day when I would interview one of my own students. So Shaista, welcome to Win with Words.
Thank you so much for having me. I mean, this is so exciting for me. I'm so happy that I could actually come and be part of this.
Let me ask you, you're a young female, and we are all in the Indian conservative societies. Indians can be a little conservative in their thoughts of education. Have you ever felt differentiated between boys and girls in your family?
The good thing is that I haven't. I've been very lucky in a sense that my school is so diverse. All the schools that I've been to, Forest Park Elementary, Thornton, and now at American, we've all been so diverse and we've all been moving with each other that we're all so used to like just being together. We're all very close. So I think that I haven't really experienced having that differentiation between both genders. We've just all been together.
How important do you think it is to educate women? Because a lot of people feel, well, at the end of the day, you're going to get married and you're going to cook, make some delicious biryani, of course, at home, cook, look after your kids. Why do you need to get educated? Why is it important to empower women? What are your thoughts on that?
Educating women is actually very important because, I mean, men aren't the only ones that can control the world. There are going to be definitely women in politics, women everywhere. Women have jobs in America, and they need this certain education levels to try and be like who they want to be. They can excel also. It doesn't just have to be men that can rule over everything.
Wonderful. I'm so proud to have you on our show. Now, I know you shared with me when we were chatting that you have a hobby.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about your hobby?
I have been painting since I was 8. I took a class actually with my cousin, and he's the one who introduced me to it. And so I just got so involved in it. It was just so much fun. I started off drawing, then I went to acrylic paints, and now I'm doing oil paints. So far, oil paints have been my favorite paintings to do, and ever since I remember I was little, my favorite color used to be rainbow, and now, like, even though that has like evolved into something different now, you can see like how I love to use different colors and put them together in my paintings.
So you brought some of your paintings with us, and we have them featured here on the wall. Tell us about your most favorite painting.
My favorite painting would be the one where it's the lone tree with the sunset in the purple background. Right now my favorite color is purple, lavender, any form of purple. So I mean, that one was just so much fun to do. I got to use so many different techniques that I would love to do, and it would just be something that I would want to do for the rest of my life.
Today's show is a tribute to all the women in the world. And I'd like to end this show with a poem called Admirable Woman by an anonymous writer. There is a woman that always keeps her head up high. Her eyes sparkle like a bright star in the sky. Her stamina, beauty, and courage is something one would admire. And her love and happiness is something that one would inspire. She is a woman that you can always count on. She is a woman that sees no wrong. Her beauty shines from inside out. It flows like a journey down the long route. Her smile shines beautifully like the sun rising over the horizon. Her intelligence, wisdom, and hard work are not surprising. She's a genuinely caring woman who will always go the extra mile to help someone in need or brokenhearted. And throughout all her hard work, none of us have ever seen her fall apart. Until next time, let us learn to celebrate heroes and sheroes. This is Sana, and I will not be an endangered species.
Do you remember your days at Genius Kids when you were a little munchkin asking for Ammi?
I do. I remember how we always used to go up there. I always used to sit at the front, and I used to like be sad, but I actually got used to it, and I was very excited later on once I actually started going. So I think it's been like a very good experience for like starting my education on.
Yes, I remember your mom was very concerned about starting you so young. You were, I think, 2.5, two and a half, and you used to ask for your mom, and then you transformed into a wonderful young lady.
Thank you.
So let me ask you, our show focuses on public speaking, and you were my very first student, and a lot of people wondered, why are you teaching public speaking to young kids? How do you feel that has benefited you today?
Public speaking actually really helped me in my English classes mostly because of all the different presentations we have to do. So many people get nervous and they can't do it, and I didn't have that fear like walking into a presentation, walking into a class, because I had this public speaking experience where I was already exposed to like how different people like talk to other people, how you could be comfortable talking to other people.
Wonderful. Thank you for tuning in to Win with Words, where we teach kids how to think, lead, and communicate. Until next time, keep smiling.